I just saw a man smiling and I was like, what do you have to smile about? Like, unless you have that, like...
One of the things that I find...
But I thought that men were lonely. They were having a terrible time. Looks like it not really true, is it?
So hard about aging is that you start to feel like your power is waning. Like,
whoops.
Even if you didn't feel that you were super powerful in your life up to this point, we as women, we get older and we start to become invisible. Like, we're not hot anymore, so people don't notice us for our hotness.
I think it's really common for us women at midlife to start feeling a bit invisible in the world, like not seen and not heard.
Ladies, talking to you, over 45, feel invisible, ignored, kicked to the curb. Happens a lot, doesn't it? Happens to me too.
What the?
Exactly. And men be telling y'all this, but y'all don't understand it. And this is not to make you feel bad about yourself and say that you can't find anybody at any age. I know plenty of people that have found people at any age, 40, 50, 60, 30s, it doesn't matter. But the majority of people, they're going to pick an age range to get married in. According to the census, for men, it's about 30, 31. For women, it's about 28, 29. These women are going off, they're taking off, and they're saying, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to get married when I'm 35, 40, 45, 50. And by that time, you have not, you're losing one of your best assets, and that is your youthfulness. You know, men like attractive things. People in general like attractive things. And the older you get, it's not saying that you don't look good. It's just that when you get older, you tend to lose a little bit of that. You gain more wisdom. You know how to do a lot of things. You gain more experience, but you lose some of the stuff that men are actually looking for. And that's unfortunately for a lot of women going to be a deal breaker. Or excuse me, I should say a lot of men.
Okay, ladies, let's chat about this. Have you noticed that on the dating apps that men in their 60s are looking for the younger woman?
Whoops.
And they expect that they can get it. Maybe it's because they have money.
They got money, they will.
Maybe it's because they have still a little bit of good looks left.
Silver
They're
fox.
all looking for the younger woman. Well, go for it, guys. If you're truly looking for that someone special to spend and enjoy your time with, then you're missing the point. By 60, a woman has gone through menopause. She's figured out her weight change, her skin change. She's figured out her new look. She's embraced her new sexuality that she has back, and she has amazing outlook on life. So guys, I have to say, I think you're missing it. It's right here in front of you, but you think you're looking for something different. But then again, maybe you're not the right match for us. We know ourselves. We know what we want to connect with, and maybe you're not ready for that.
Well,
that's a coping mechanism. That's all that really is. Gaslighting and a coping mechanism. You spent the whole entire clip basically telling men why they should pick you, and then turn around and say, but maybe you're just missing it. Maybe you just don't see it. Well, maybe we don't want you either. after saying, well, the men ain't really going for us. Why not? Well, maybe we not going for the men either. Well, that's probably because, and it doesn't seem like she's, for her age, too bad looking. But once again, men look for certain things, and that's what they want. And the sooner you realize that, the faster you realize that, the better off you're going to be. There's certain tenets of success and certain things that you have to do. And unfortunately, these modern women just don't get it. They don't want to get it. They understand it. They understand what men are saying to them, but it's just delusion, and they don't want to accept it. Whose fault is that? Definitely not a man's.
I feel like what's hard for me about always being single and just dating right now is that feeling that you're not being chosen by anyone.
Guys in Western Australia, Perth specifically, you guys need to tell me the truth. I was talking to this waitress, and then she told me that Perth is a place that is really hard to find love. And I asked her why, and she told me that because in Perth, men have too many choices. There are people from all around the world. And specifically, she said that Perth men thinks that they can pull any girl that they want. And that men in Perth would never want to settle. They just want to go from one girl to another.
this is gonna sound corny, but like,
They're making it seem like it's the man's fault. Like, I don't have anything to improve on. I mean, I'm good enough. They just, they don't want me. They think they're too good. I don't have anything to improve on. That's what these modern women do.
I got mesmerized by your beauty, and like that coming from a genuine place is nice, but when you're there and you're being like fidgety and then you just walk away because you're intimidated, like be a man, step up and know what's in front of you.
I can tell you right now that a man's not going to like this type of attitude, this type of whatever you got going on. He's got plenty of friends that can talk to him like that, but he's not going to want you to talk to him like that, period. And you think this is cute, especially going on a TV show. It's not. Or like a little podcast or whatever you got going on. And this is a pretty big podcast that a lot of men watch, Valuetainment. You're not doing yourself any favors. You're just not.
I'm gonna disagree with this. You excited? This is this complex
This is
you
what they
wanted.
want.
Okay.
Jenny, I'm gonna blow your mind. They're not intimidated by your beauty, as beautiful as you are. They're intimidated because you are a confident woman and you are intense, just like me. Your intensity.
Well, you're not a confident woman. You're a headache. You guys are so you get one thing right and then you get another thing wrong. You know what I mean? You can never. It's one wrong theory after another. No. They're not intimidated because you're beautiful. They're intimidated because you're strong. You're confident. It's none of those things. It's because you don't keep the peace in the house, and I don't want to go back and forth when I get home.
Men are not intimidated by beauty. I'm sorry. They're intimidated by beauty with a mouth.
And I was mid-sentence answering him, and he turned and started talking to someone else. So I thought, well, what a dick. So I excused myself politely, went to a different group. Same thing happened. I was like, well, it can't be them. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not showing up. Maybe I'm not, got my energy in line. But no, I'm pretty visible. I mean, I have blue hair and glasses, and I'm not a wallflower by any stretch of the imagination. So I started to get curious and observed, and every woman over 60, and some of the men, but mostly the women, were completely ignored and invisible. And I mean, actually invisible. People were not seeing them.
Hey,
Wait, time out. Do you think that men would want something like this? Do you think I'm blue hair at your age? Grow up. This is what we have a problem with modern women. They in the same area of their life doing the same thing, and they never move on. They never progress. Even if I were to give you a pass for doing that type of thing in your younger years, you're 60. Grow up. Why are you, man? Oh man, how can I say this? How can I say this? Oh man, I saw recently a woman about this age on social media on one platform, and she was about this age, dressed what I would call inappropriate, especially for a woman at this age. And people in the comments was hyping her up. Oh man, you look good. You look great. This and that. And I'm sitting there like, no, this is unbecoming. This is unbecoming of a woman this age. It's unbecoming of a woman of any age. But to be this old and doing this and still can't figure out how to dress properly for your age, how to look good and not have to resort to this, I think you have some issues that you need to work out. This is not cute. This is just not cute to me. I don't think so.
And a birthday with the boy I like this weekend. So I'm kind of excited about all of this activity.
This is crazy. 61 and dating intentional. Oh. 61 and dating intentionally? Are you joking? Are you joking? And literally, let's go back to the statistics. Women, according to statistics, get married right around somewhere around 28, 29. You are 61. That is what, 30, 40 years too late? I mean, yeah, about 30 years too late. These modern women, I promise to God, they gotta grow up.
And I'll let you know how it goes.
I haven't worn earrings in such a long time. And the other day, I noticed that one of my holes closed up. I'm now really scared that the same is going to happen to my vagina.
I want to send a message to young women who are career-minded who want to meet someone. The kind of man that you are going to want and respect is going to want a woman who has their own identity, their own career. Not just a job that you have while you wait to find someone to take care of you, but a real career that you feel good about, something that you're building towards, a job that you take pride in, makes you feel like you've got it going on, makes you feel like you're accomplished and you respect yourself. That's what someone else is going to respect. You are not going to want a man who is attracted to a woman that is just waiting to walk down that aisle, get that ring, and wear that dress. Because it's a long road, and that kind of stuff catches up with you. And what happens is it all seems great when it's the beginning and everyone's playing house. But when you get into the trenches years later, that's when people wish they had their own identity, wish they built something. So when you're young and you don't have entanglements and you don't have multiple kids to feed and multiple mortgages, that's the time to really dig your heels, work your career. Youth is wasted on the young in many cases, and you do not need to know anything about what relationship you're going to be in for a while. So stay the course, pay your dues, work your ass.
Gotta be a joke. Gotta be a joke. As the caption up there says, older women lie to young women. They lie to themselves. They lie to older women too, because older women fall for this as well. I don't get it. I don't get where they get this from. Stay the course, dig your heels in. You already lost a man right there. Dig your heels in. Don't worry about what a man's got going on. Don't even keep your eyes peeled for one. Just worry about your career, climb that corporate ladder, and then maybe something will turn up. And then you'll be like that woman that was in her 60s, dating intentionally. Childish.
Days have come to an end. It's not because I've met the love of my life and we're going to go have a shotgun wedding in Vegas. Oh God, no. You know that there's kind, fun souls out there who are ready to love and receive love, because I'm one of them. You're absolutely not on Hinge. But you know who is on Hinge? Everyone's 20-something-year-old sons. Oh no, I had my Mr. 28 adventure last year and that was a wild ride. And I still don't understand why you 20-somethings want an older woman. Is it because you think we're financially and emotionally stable? Because I assure you, we are not. You're getting one or the other. You ain't getting both, okay?
Men are literally so mean. And
they don't get it.
We all know that the dating pool is just full of doo-doo, trash, vomit, pee, everything. It's full of pollution. Very nasty. And I guess sometimes it's like hard not to start completely losing hope, because if I'm being honest.
Lose hope. Lose it right now. With the way that you're going, it's okay to start losing hope. I tell you that because you can be doing things and they don't work. You should lose hope in the wrong things. I heard a multi-millionaire say, winners never quit, or something like that. Like winners don't quit. And he said, that's not really accurate advice, because winners actually do quit. Successful people actually do quit. They quit doing the things that aren't making them money. They quit doing the things that aren't leading them to success. Y'all need to start listening to that. Y'all need to start losing hope and quitting the things that do not work in terms of getting a man, in terms of getting and keeping the right man. Y'all got a lot of toxic information out there rolling around, and y'all don't get why y'all still getting the same type of man. It's because y'all are still wallowing in the same type of filth, and men, high value men, high class men, good, stable men that you are looking for, see that you still don't understand how to not do certain things, how to not dress a certain way, how to not be in certain places and conduct yourself in a certain manner. You still don't understand that. So they watch you from afar with binoculars all the way at the top of the stadium. Oh, she's still down there playing the game. We up in the owner's box, making the millions, making the billions. But you're making a little money down there, but you're still working for the organization. You're still working for the company. These modern women still working for feminism, still working for radical feminism, still working for misandry, don't know what they got going on. And the high value men up in the box playing a different game. I think I'll go find somebody else that's wanting to be on my team, that's wanting to do the things that I want to do. You got your own attitude. You got your own thing going on, and we can't do that in one household. You gotta get with it. You gotta get with the times. They don't understand that, and that's why they are where they are today, unfortunately for them.
Am I the only invisible woman?
Nope.
How did I become so incredibly stupid?
So I just got back from a date, and this man said something to me that gave me the biggest ick of all time.
What's
Not
that?
about him, but about me. He asked me why I was on him, and I was low-key like, oh my God, this is embarrassing. Like, what am I doing on this app? Like, low-key, it's embarrassing.
It's not. You're right where you need to be. These modern women, in my opinion, they inflate their value and their ego a little bit too much. You look like you're right where you need to be. You overinflated your value, and now you have to run through and see what else you can find when you should have been found something already.
To even have a profile on there. Why am I just like sitting at home and not trying to meet men in the wild? Like, I think I'm going to delete it like right now.
There's going to be the same result. Whether you're on a dating app, whether you're in real life, it's going to be the same result because you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, you can go try to find somebody out in the wild. I don't have any problem with that. You can go shoot your shot. I don't have any problem with that. However you want to meet a man. There are certain places that you probably shouldn't be. That's probably not going to be good for you. But you're probably going to keep that same attitude. You're probably going to be talking silly to them about wanting a career, and the career is the most important thing over family, and a man is starting to... These modern women be telling these men, well, the most important thing to me is my career. And they don't understand, for some reason, even though men are telling them, that just cut the man off right then and there. That just cut him off right then and there. Well, you don't want a family. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm kind of looking for kids and a wife and somebody that, yeah, it'll be okay for you to work for sure. But I think we both need to focus on building a legacy. That's what we need to do. And this is my plan to do that. No, I don't want to do that. I want to build my own legacy, and I want to have a husband and kids on the side of that to kind of help my legacy look good. I'm going to build everything. Nope. Not interested. Not interested at all.
Here's my weekend look. Okay. Follow up on my date from last night. I looked on Hinge and he unmatched me already. So needless to say, I don't think there's going to be a second date. I basically had to ask him for his number. I honestly thought that we were like vibing. There were a couple like pink flags for me. Like he
read the room.
Didn't pay the check. He also didn't eat. I ate. Didn't really ask me too much about myself, but he did give me compliments about me and my looks or whatever. He didn't ask out to hang out again, so like that's probably a sign.
He's a gentleman.
But we literally talked for 3 hours, and I felt like it was actually not going too bad.
Sounds like something I would
And he
do.
unmatched me, so I just hate like the not knowing. Like, what was it? I just want you to tell me what it was.
I'm not. Sounds like something I would do. And I've said I've done it plenty of times on this channel. I will get on the phone with you and have gotten on the phone with you. I'll be on that phone for 3, 4, 5 hours. I'll take a week, a night where I'm not doing something, and I'll say, hey man, let's get on a phone call and we'll talk about anything and everything that you want to talk about. And throughout that conversation, I'm collecting data. I'm asking questions, and we can be having a conversation, and I'll be thinking about how to start the next conversation. I'll be thinking about how to ask the next question, how to flow into it. Okay, how I'm going to take this conversation and flow into this next conversation, because she's been saying a couple of things that I want to know a little bit more about. And sometimes the conversation, that part of the conversation is over, but I'll keep it going or I have kept it going because I'm still trying to formulate in my brain how I want to ask a certain question or start a conversation without being overly blunt or disrespectful. And so, yeah, I would do that, man. I will talk to you all night. I'll even talk to you 2 days in a row, 3 or 4 hours. I will, but I'm not coming out my house on a date. I'm collecting data. And then after that, I'd be like, well, doesn't seem like something that I would be too interested in for X, Y, and Z reasons. But you're a good person and I wish you all the best. Whatever you do with that information, you got your closure. I didn't ghost you. I didn't leave you hanging. I communicated effectively and I'm going to be on my way. But you guys got to learn that this little game that you was playing earlier on in your lifetime where you thought that I'm going to be running and gunning in my 20s and 30s and even on into my 40s. Here that wall come. And now you're trying to figure out how to climb over it, climb to the side of it, bust through it. Not going to happen. That wall is solid. Biology is solid. And you're going to learn it one day. But that's just my opinion. To the next video, I'm out.